So let's go ahead and see what we have and we're going to be using today. And if you're new to the community, welcome. Come back every night, Monday through Friday, 9 p.m. We have a session, and I think you're going to like what starts tomorrow. Little teaser, bring your ass back tomorrow. Okay, so let's get started with fire. So as we go through this fire practice, the first thing we're going to bring is some amber. Now you can actually see here, those little dots right there are actually little flies. Hundreds of years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, that get trapped in the sap of a tree. And so that within itself is, for this session that we're going to be using fire, the letting go, learning how to let things go. So feeling stuck or feeling trapped, you can actually see a really big one, right? Do you see it right there? Yeah. So that's going to be how we're going to be using this in the moment, okay? Second thing, I'm going to be using this pendulum. Spoiler, you're going to see more of this. We are going to be using this rose quartz pendulum, just a way to channel and open up in the area, okay? Because it's fire, but we want to make sure that the intention is very much so concentrated in the area, okay? There you go. Okay, now we have our little cute little mini cauldron. It actually is just very much so repurposed. It is only an incense holder, but I found it like really, really nice to be able to burn much smaller things. I don't really need anything very big. My sister actually has a cauldron, and I was like, "What the fuck is that?" She's like, "It's a cauldron." I was like, "Whoa." I'll stick to my little pot. But to all of our witchy friends out there who do have their cauldrons, very cool, very fun. Love it, love it, love it. And then also we have, the herb of choice that I really enjoy using, which is cinnamon. I love cinnamon because it is very much so slow burning. It is very grounding, and it's also, it gives this energy of this sustained healing. You know, sometimes things happen so fast, something can be taken away or something can be given so quickly, that this is really nice, so that it is a generational wealth. Like, think about it, like the difference between being rich and wealthy. You know, wealthy is something that can last for a long time, whereas rich is something like in the moment, and you could equally be fucking broke. And of course, we have fire with my favorite color, which is yellow. So no, I have not been holding out on you all at all. Okay, I have not been holding out. I just wanted to really channel that pure initiative, which is fire, and that the initiation, what that is that spark, that beginning, that force, and it could also be that ending, that period at the end of a sentence, okay? So we start with a prayer. It is not a religious prayer, just a prayer to root us as a community. And because consent matters, do I have your permission to say a prayer? May I touch you? Okay. I'm just gonna place my hands there. Relax. Feel open. Feel grounded. Yada, yada, yada. is. You're not about to come here and tell me how I'm going to do something. But at the same time, I'm not going to tell you the best way for you to do it. You just have to decide. And this is a space where people have different understandings, different walks, and sometimes they're here, sometimes they're there. And all my intention is just to hold a space where people can feel comfortable and just know whoever you are, it's okay. It's okay to be who you are, okay? So, this. Now, oh gosh, I just, more and more shit. And then, of course, this is some Florida water, as it is going to be one of the main things we're going to do for burning. So, if you remember in our earth aspect, we did the burning as well. And so, what we're going to do this time is we're going to go in and we are going to write whatever it is we want. Okay, what color pen? I mean, it's actually, I'm gonna do blue. Oh, there's pink too. There's so many options. Write what we want. Now, this can be something that is magical to you. This can be something that you're working towards. So maybe in the spirit of fire, fire is really more I was gonna use the word superficial. It's more about, like, just be boastful. It's okay. What is the big thing outside of you that you want, that you hope that inside your core is in the right vibration so that you can bring that into your life? What is it? Okay, so that's what we're gonna take this moment and write. Okay. I just got one word. I don't know if you can see it, but it says peace. Hold on, I just got one word. And that is essentially what I want, peace. Let me spruce this up a little bit more. Limitless potential. I'm really happy right now in life, so I'm like, what else could I have? And uncapped income. Hello, send you some coins. I'm gonna send y'all a bag. Income. Okay. So I got it here. Take this moment also. You can be doing this session with me. Take this moment also to write whatever it is that you need to write. Now, if you want to just put it in your phone, you want to write it on a piece of paper, you want to just keep it in your mind, that's fine too. Just have this, because burning is important. But what's more important is the intention behind it all. So as we know, which we started the last time, we take the sheet and then take a moment, take the same piece of paper, get your pen, and you're gonna say something you are so grateful for, filled with gratitude, something that you're like, thank you, thank you, thank you. And take this moment and do it, because this is if you want something, you have to give something, okay? And this is how you give something. You give the gratitude. Hello, y'all don't gotta be giving y'all firstborns, okay? You can give gratitude, that's enough. But it has to come from a deep, authentic feeling, and gratitude is really that connection with that source energy right there. So let's jump in there. Okay. Done. Okay. We got this part. Just looking at it, take a couple moments, look at it, just sit with it, sit with yourself. If you need to pause it, I know you might be falling asleep, and that's okay too. You can definitely do this in your mind's eye. Just keep looking at it, keep looking, or keep thinking of whatever it is you want. Now, we are going to burn it one more time. Burning all of that. Okay, so it's bare. You're just gonna see probably a little bit of the imprint of what's happening here. And now we are going to burn the paper. Because the intent is we are going to free what is in the paper. Okay? So now what I have is this little one. Technically, I should use something that is much bigger, but I'm just going to show you as an example. I'm going to take maybe mostly where the words are at. Let me see. Let's see. Yes. So I'm going to take where the words are at, and I'm going to burn this part just to show you as an example. Okay. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Now you can use the Florida water. You don't really have to. It just depends on the type of paper. Again, be very careful. You want to have something that is very heat safe. You want to have the things around it to be heat protected as well. And if you want to, I've done this actually like near a sink, or if you have something like salt, you can keep salt near you. You can do it outside, like really where it's just concrete and nothing else. It just depends on what you want. So you want to roll it as tight as you possibly can. Rolling, 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 rolling. This is fun, y'all. also want to do in a very safe way. Again, fire is fire. You know, when we're working with water and air and earth, equally as good, and you can do stuff there. When you're working with fire, you always have to have that extra protection. So, you know, things to note: if you have a grease fire, never put water in it because it will make it worse. If you have a fire, you can try to smother it, or you can always have salt handy, things like that. Okay, you never want to directly add things. For example, I would not add this Florida water directly to this flame. Why? Because it can literally just hop up and go and like burn whatever you're pouring into. Just fire starting 101, you know. Okay. Now you would get to your paper, to where you've had everything pretty much burned up and released. Get yourself to a moment of accepting this beauty, accepting this space, accepting all of this. So I'm going to go in with the amber and remove any feelings of stuckness. As you can still see, the flame is still bright. Okay. See, it's burning pretty well. And just remove this from your path so that you can get to the other side. And so all you have to do is be patient and just let it burn. Let it burn, you know. And you can listen to Usher's confessions too. Just let it be. Okay. I'm gonna do a little bit of this going on while you're just, and you can watch the flame as well. But just allow it to be. Okay. Just allow it to be. And you see, I'm using the same heat for a lot of things because it is that transfer of energy. It is those moments of balance and living in that space. It is all of that. All of that. Look at me multitasking. All of that, 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 all of that. And it's just patience here. Let it take its time. It will burn out when it's ready. It's so